Well, hello and welcome. I'm Peasant, and in this episode, I'm going to be taking my very first look at Chapter 3. And let's just click on the button. I've not clicked on it until, well, I did just flub a recording a second ago, but this is my first look. So, what are the differences? 2 to 3 abilities instead of 1 or 2. Extra strength. Strength growth 4% versus 3% on Chapter 2. Bonus resources 80% versus 40%. Max of resource 30. And this is my Necromancer information. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to affect my strategy. These numbers, I think this is just going to mean it's harder, basically. And of course, we're going to have a new boss that I have never fought. I think we might have seen this silhouette before. So I don't know what approach I'm going to go with here. We did try the Maze of Memories. I didn't find much use for that. I think the obvious thing to go for is Crypt, right? So it's plus 3 HP for every enemy, and that's max HP. But it does mean I have no HP bonus from armor. But as the Necromancer, I don't use armor anyway, and I do get the Resurrection. Now, I'm not convinced the Resurrection is super useful, apart from fighting the boss, because once you're on the loop, if you can't hack it, you die very quickly. I did try a rapid, a rapid summon Necromancer build, and it didn't really work. So I'm going to just deselect everything and kind of take it back. And I'm not going to consider farming or anything. I'm just going to come out of the gate swinging with my best shot. So I think the attack speed thing is good. The rapid summons are good. So I think we're definitely going to want rivers and forests. Okay, that's the first decision. We do need something from the bottom row. Of course, behind my face is Oblivion. I just don't know a lot about what I'm going to encounter as well. So maybe I should go with the trusted things. I think desert. I mean, we could go very landscapey. So we've got deserts, we've got rocks, we've got forests. Lowering the HP of enemies is good. We could, increase our own HP with the rocks. Yeah, tricky. And Outpost, I actually think Outpost is super good for the hard fights. Ruins seems to drop really good loot, but it's tricky. I have learned some of the finer points of Ruins, so maybe I can handle a Ruins. I've not found Swamp so useful just yet. I mean, I might just be missing something there. I'm a really big fan of the kind of using groves. We don't actually blood groves. We don't actually need to use groves if we have forests, because we can just use those. So that's pretty cool. And we do need to have something else from here. Chrono crystals are great with meadows, but I'm not using meadows here. We could switch to cemetery. The villages are a bit of a nightmare now. Every second village you get bandits, and they are kind of a problem. We'll have Oblivion. It's such a useful thing. So we'll go with cemetery, and I think spiders are great. And we need something else from up here. The village has a very clear downside. I mean, we could go with ruins. I suspect this is one that's going to be even more dangerous with the harder enemies. So maybe we do go village. Maybe we go village, but we just use our Oblivions to kind of clear out the bandit camps. And if we're going to go village, do we go vampire village? I mean, that does buff the actual villages themselves. And part of me also just wants to see what a vampire village looks like with extra abilities. So enemies with souls getting killed. I can't remember if spiders have souls, so maybe we want to think about that. I mean, vampires have souls, I think. Skeletons have souls too. We could even get the wheats out. We've not had the wheats out for a while. And then there are these things here. So I don't want to go with storm temples and burn my forests, particularly. Especially as I'm not doing much damage, so magic damage isn't that useful. We could go with beacons to boost my attack speed. Yeah, okay. Do we really want deserts? I feel like maybe that's too much landscape. And maybe we're skipping battlefields. Yeah, so if we go with a slim deck like this, yeah. So who knows if this is going to work? Yeah, I don't. I've never. This is my very first chapter 3 run. So let's stop beating around the bush. Okay, let's get our equipment on. So we've got the level there. And as you're watching, feel free to ask any questions in the comments. I am very happy to attempt to answer your questions. Oh yeah, we should get our crypt out. I haven't really seen any benefit to placing this in anywhere in particular, so I'm just going to place it in here. And the village is nice because we will get an elite fight. Now this is a good spot for vampires. I think you want to maximize your vampire fights. And I know that some people think I rely too heavily on vampires, but I don't know. I like them. I like them a lot. They're good lads. And attack speed is amazing. I probably need to think about my rivers. Now I did unlock bridges in my previous run, but I didn't really use them. I didn't really have a good opportunity to. But I think basically what they're going to do is mean that I can run a river over or kind of under the wasteland or the path even, which is really interesting. Yeah. There are some. So I'm kind of delaying my decision a little bit on the forest. That's another village. We'll put it there for now. We won't necessarily. Oh, this is a bandit camp. These are some pretty nasty enemies that will destroy my items. Sometimes the items I'm actually using. I've not seen exactly how that works. And we do have some rocks and mountains, so we'll go... Yeah, and I need to think about rivers. I'm not going to rush into placing this, because I'm probably going to have to be a bit more optimal with my placements of things. And I don't know if this is a good idea. It might just be a bit... I might just die trying to do that. So I might just have one vampire fight. And really, if I was clever, I would have done this over here. In fact, I'm going to put that there and maybe have a vampire fight here. Now that might look a bit weird, but I do have watchtowers, which will help me in this space. I also realised that I can actually upgrade those watchtowers to give them more range, which is this game, man. It's just so cool. I love this game. I love this game. All right, let's have. I actually would rather have. I'm not too worried about attack speed. Okay, we definitely want the spiders out as soon as possible. And we don't want the vampire fights as well. If we put it here, it will guaranteed for the spiders to go into this spot here, which is kind of ideal. There's many things I don't understand about this game. Alright, and yeah, some of the precise details among them. So, where do we want our river? We can now cross this, which is, yeah, very interesting to me. But I don't know if that's necessarily what I want to do here. Bridges might create an interesting new enemy, though, so maybe I should just do that. Bring the river just across a little bit of the area. Maybe we could have a bridge coming through here. I don't know. It feels like am I really gonna try hard the? Am I really going to try hard the boss here, or am I going to? What am I going to do? Yeah, let's just not take too long about this. Let's just start this off, and I'm really excited because this is my very first look at the chapter 3 stuff, so I'm pretty excited. So part of me's wondering why I even took rocks and mountains. So these are my watchtower people. They're pretty cool. They are pretty cool. So yeah, we'll get some level. So thanks to good people of comments, I kind of know how this works now. Oh, there's the thicket. So that's a 2% rather than a 1%. Much more interesting. Do we want to just have a mountain over here? I think attack speed is the thing that's great. So I think I'm going to just build a mountain up here. Okay. So yeah, going to try and make a bridge. What was that? We're probably encountering some new abilities here. Sticky bodies, get thick slime, lowering of armor. And that's max skeletons +1. I actually don't think that's that important. I also, this level thing, I suspect the way it works is, oh yeah, let's just put a thicket out. Oh no, we can't have thickets there. Oh, this bridge decision was a horrible decision. Horrible decision. Let's hopefully we'll survive to actually see the bridges. This might have this first one might end up being more of a science run than a successful one. So yeah, there's a bandit as well. Bandits. But yeah, so we've got the if you a general overview of the Necromancer. Okay, so this is the first bit of necromancing you've seen. The Necromancer has its own set of things that they do that are different to the warrior. They've got max skeleton stat, which is fairly straightforward. It's the number of skeletons. The quality determines what type of skeleton you get. So this is a friendly skeleton. That's a kind of, and this guy might destroy some of my gear, so that might happen up there. But this friendly skeleton is like your bog standard skeleton. This is a special skeleton. Now, your percent chance of getting a special skeleton is basically your quality chance. So I've currently got a 34% skeleton quality. And so that's kind of what that's all about. The level is just their raw stats, but I've not actually directly tested that. This is just a better ring. Yeah, so skeleton level, and I don't know how granular it is. I suspect it only bumps up when you get into a full integer, or beyond an integer. There's probably a better mathematical term for that, but I don't know. And the thing that I didn't get immediately, it wasn't obvious to me, is that attack speed, basically every attack for a Necromancer is a summon. Let's have more spiders over here. And yeah, it's a bit funny that, okay, so the river is, oh, I've just blocked my own river. Oh, peasant, what will we do with you? We'll go up here. Okay, we're going to bring the river up here, and then the river down here. And then the river, oh, this is terrible. Okay, we're going to just bring the river straight up here. Okay, it's not good, it's not pretty, I'm sorry. Apologise for any pain it causes you. And then we're going to bring the river along there. And this is going to be in a future river kink. Yeah, this is not my finest strategic moment. But I'm excited, okay? I'm excited. Just a simple farmer. Okay. Okay, this looks new to me. Bloodthirst. 20% of vampires' damage is dealt to all creatures that have the living attribute. Interesting. So maybe they're going to damage their own guides there. I wonder if we're getting any interesting resources here. Craft fragments. See, these are kind of really hard to get in chapter 1. Let's have a vamp village here. We're going to get the kind of support from the watchtowers. That's another thicket. So we'll put that here. Actually, the river could come along like this. And actually, if we bend... Yeah, we could bend around some thickets. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Yeah, so future river planning going on. And Blood Grove. Okay, so we could get a Blood Grove involved. Could actually have a Blood Grove adjacent to some of these fights here. Might be nice to get a bit of help with this bandit. I don't want to put my thicket over there. I'd rather do this with a forest. Let's make a regular vampire fight there. The reasoning for that being that the thicket is 2% attack speed. So if you're multiplying that, it's obviously better to multiply 2 than to multiply 1. Okay. We look like we're surviving. Ooh, this guy's been gooped. Right, okay, we've got an Oblivion, handy little troubleshooter. So I'm going to put a forest... Oh, let's put it here to support the Blood Grove. and that's gonna, the blood grove's gonna help us. The other great thing about the blood grove is the flesh golems that spawn there are very good for dropping loot. Okay, looks like that's a new perk. On hit, hero or his skeleton can summon a blood lightning. Chance is 20%. I don't really know what that means, but I'm taking it. On hit, a hero or his skeleton can summon a blood lightning. Don't know. We're exploring new ground here. New ground. So this thicket is... Oh yeah. So we're going to have the river coming down. And then maybe there. And then maybe something like that. But that's a lot of river tiles. By the time we got there... I mean, we might never even get up there. And there's some peanuts built all this stuff in there. So the river's going to have to go like this. So it's going to go like that. Maybe the river could come down there. Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, something like that. So we've got to watch out for them destroying my stuff. I think they destroyed something from my inventory there. And I suspect that actually the... I'm not sure how it determines what item they destroy. But yeah, it's brutal. It's pretty brutal. Okay, so we're still got a... I prefer to have the summon quality over other stats. That's probably my favourite of the skeleton base stats. Ooh, my magic shield was gone. Always a worrying time. And then we did pick a I picked a beacon, didn't I? Oh yeah, so this is to buff my my summoning. I think I'm going to put that here for the sake of the boss fight. Is that relevant? Well, quite possibly not, but we'll see. Oh, we've got ourselves a lovely ant village. Oh, they've not woken up yet. Not here. Okay. So yeah, we're not exactly shredding the game. Because what I think with the Necromancer, because they have the magic HP, once you start falling a bit behind, you really just fall off a cliff. Okay, that's an attack speed 12%. That's just better than that, so we'll take it. And okay, so cemetery. I'm gonna put it in here for some kind of air support from my camp. Let's have a rock in there for a bit more max HP. And it is tempting to just oblivion this bandit camp, but I will do it at day pass. See if we get a dark slime out of that. We might do. We might do if we're lucky. Elite ooze, go on, or slime. I always get my names confused. I'm not sure. Not sure why. I think. Okay, there. Finally, another river. Okay. Oh, it's become reed. That's interesting. Why has it become reed? Interesting. Very interesting. I thought that was an interaction with swamps, so apparently it isn't. We're gonna have some fishmen to deal with, and yeah, this is so this is one of the rougher fights, and why don't I have my watchtowers? What's happened? Where are my watchtowers? We've just burnt through 4 healing potions. Ooh, is this going to be an early death? Possibly. I mean, we've got no healing potions now. I'm not sure I want to lose my evasion or my quality there. Crikey. I mean, I have made lots of mistakes on this run, so I mean, lots of inefficiencies. And I'm wondering if we are going to get to a... if we're going to get... Wondering how much the difficulty steps up at this point. That's the... Okay, that's a quality ring. I think I prefer quality over max skeletons. So I'm actually going to take that there. Yeah, we were very lucky to survive that fight. Oh, and why didn't I get any air support there? Oh, maybe it has to be orthogonal. Ah, okay, that's... And let's build a bridge. Go. Does nothing, only needed to increase the length of a river. Okay. Well, something saying it does nothing doesn't necessarily mean it does nothing. So we've got thickets and forests, so the river is eventually going to come up here. It's not, we're not going to live that long, but let's put the thicket there, put the forest there, just to every little buff we can to survive. Skeleton level, this would take the skeletons up a level, which is a better stats, but I think the quality is just more important. Okay, we should get air support on this one though. God, yeah, we're getting wrecked here. We are getting wrecked. I mean, this build didn't really work on Chapter 2, so why I thought it might work on Chapter 1. That's a good question that I'm asking myself. Good question, peasant. Why did you think that would work? That's a quality ring. I actually think I'm going to take it. Now, the reason I really favour quality is that you get the tank enemy, and the tank enemy it creates kind of heroic heroic big skeletons. We'll see one probably like these guys, and these guys have a kind of taunt effect, and basically that means that everyone's attacking them and not attacking me, which is, you know, it's what you want. It's really what you want. Okay. So yeah, we might have some fishmen to deal with. Let's put a thicket there for this river. I'd be surprised if it gets there. Put that there just in case we do pull through. Do I want, if I place this, I will gain some max HP. There's actually not much point. We've already passed the camp. Might have been better to do that before. However, placing this 10th isn't without consequence. It will mean we get goblins, and goblins are pretty flippin' dangerous. We've got ourselves a bridge fight. So didn't see that slime there already, but maybe it was. Maybe it just was there. Again, I think the quality and the evasion is better. So that I think the old tome is better than the new one. Yeah, so I like quality, but then I'm not especially successful. Okay, here we go. Here's our dark slime. It's a cosmic, so it should give me it won't necessarily. Ooh, it's kicking my ass. It will give a resource, hopefully, that we don't have much of, because it's a cosmic being. I didn't give any resources. Damn you. So we're going to snake the river back up in this direction. So we'll put a thicket there. And Vampire Mansion. I think we leave. We're squeaking through here. Maybe I'll opportunistically place the Vampire Mansion to get a vampire fight with a slime or something. Oh, hold your horses, peasant. That's a big upgrade. It's a quality decrease, but it's a huge magic HP increase. And a bit like how if you're the warrior, if you don't get a better weapon, that seems to often be the run. This is so terrible. I think maybe not having the magic HP is the equivalent for the Necromancer, because you really struggle without the magic HP. It just gives you time to get your skeletons online. It's one thing to say skeletons deliberately, but to say it accidentally is a whole other matter. Something's gone seriously wrong. And yeah, we're just not doing much damage with our skeletons, so we're just not doing enough damage. So our attack speed is only plus 29%, so we're not summoning very quickly. And our skeleton level is only 1.32, so maybe I'm just got the wrong approach. Max skeletons is going to do nothing for me because my skeletons just aren't living long enough. It's possible that if we get a really... I mean, have I seen this? The blood lightning? I've not noticed that. It looks like this perk isn't doing a lot for me. Oh, that's what that little crackle is. Okay, it is doing something for me, but it's not really doing that much for me, I think, compared to some of the things that these perks, these active traits, can offer. Okay, so this is a big level increase. it should take us up to the next level of skeleton, and maybe the skeletons we have just aren't cutting it. I'm going to try that. Down to 48% quality. Okay, let's hopefully get something that's going to really help us here. So, extra 5% chance for chests. Surveyor, not so sure. Counterattack. After hero receives direct damage to all skeletons, have a 15% chance to immediately perform a counterattack. Well, that is going to help me in the fights. So we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I mean, in theory, we're trying to do attack speed stuff here. In practice, well, it's not really working. Oh yeah, this is the worst case scenario. Your skeleton's immediately dying. Yeah, this is... I think we might be noping out of this one pretty quickly. Yeah. Well, not noping out exactly, but we need to go with an actually effective build, I think, if we're going to get anywhere with this. And I have, yeah, this attack speed skeleton thing, just hasn't really worked for me in the past, so the excitement got to me. Okay, this is going to give me, this is just a straight upgrade. It's got evasion, attack speed, defense. This is perfect. Let's just upgrade replace the weaker one of those. We're also just not getting great loot, and maybe that's because I didn't make good choices for the deck. That's pretty possible. So the magic HP is not going to do anything for me now, so no point equipping this now. Okay, thanks for got the big lad. I mean, sometimes it turns around. I know it probably won't. Okay, wow. Okay, so not great. Let's but I'm also kind of glad that it wasn't a pushover. Okay, let's resurrect. That is our ability, and apologies to the people that have witnessed me just not doing it before. This guy was so horrified by the resurrect. He's like, "What are you doing?" So that's granted by the ancestral crypt. I think the thing with resurrect is that if you're dying on the loop, well, you know, then you know you're not exactly winning at life. Let's get for more max magic HP and more spiders. River's going to go up here. Let's just put this up here, out of the way. Oh, that's a point. There was a request for 3x3 forests. What do they do? And I don't know if I'm going to get the opportunity to look at that. Not on this run. I think this is, yeah. I think this is death. Yeah, because this is the worst case scenario with the Necromancer. Is your guys just dying quicker than you can summon? You know, if you can't build up. I mean, I've only got a max skeletons of 2 as well, which is also kind of terrible. It's just not really come together, and I guess the enemies are that bit tougher. Because they're getting tougher by a larger proportion, and they're doing more damage, I think, because that's what the strength is doing. So, yeah. I think we're dead here. Oh, there he is! Bruce has shown up. Good lad. Good lad, Brucey. And we've got Vega as well. Bruce is back. And that's because we've got the quality. Got the quality. But the Necromancer himself is pretty feeble when it comes to his own little slaps. Yeah, that's me dead. So, we could take all, but we're spending 3 skulls. Oh, it looks okay, right. Looks like the amount of skulls you spend to keep things is equal to the loop level. This is not worth my time to spend those skulls. Wow. Okay, that was pretty flippin' brutal there. Pretty flippin' brutal. Just got absolutely wrecked. So, what have I learnt from this? The chapter 3 is pretty tough. All right, I think it's going to be a little one. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I've been Peasant. If you like the video, and see you in the next loop.